So I think I am live, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we are live, so we're gonna go ahead and dive straight to it. Let me get this link for everybody. Um, Let me get the link for everyone. Copy link. Send this to myself so I can post it in the group chat. I need to get ready to enter the markets. Okay. Okay, smooth. So we got everybody on live. Let's get it done. Make sure we are doing our due diligence. And we're about to mark up our charts for the week. All right, let's get started. Let me sign in. Get signed into TradingView real quick. Damn, man. Like, bro, we going so slow right now. Gotta make me shut everything off. Let me delete this. Damn, I have so much shit open. My computer moving slow as hell right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock too. One second, I'm trying to make sure I can at least see y'all comments and shit. One second, I'm trying to make sure I can at least see y'all comments and shit. Okay, so can definitely see y'all. Cool. Get out of this. All right, I think it's supposed to be over here somewhere. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, now. So let me go here and let's start deleting stuff. Actually, just start with a brand new chart. We ain't even gonna do that. Brand new chart. I also want to bring up my trading view as well. I think I'll just mark it up and do my notes in the morning. So we'll start with first finding our support levels. We got a weekly support here. This is the most recent weekly push off move. So this is why we have a weekly support here. I'm gonna change this, make it a weekly support, find the nearest QP or bank level. And it's not even gonna go down that far on the weekly. But essentially you just want to get on the open of this week's candle. And looks like 975, 186.975 is going to be the open. And because this is the most recent push from the weekly chart, so this is why we have a weekly support level right here, 186.975. And we're going to also do the same for weekly resistance to figure out where price is going to go next or where price is heading next. And looks like it came just above last week and touched it, and this is our weekly support. This is actually our TP from last week. So weekly resistance is here, 193.821, because this is the start of the sell positions on the sell side. So this is where the sellers came in basically, and this is where the buyers came in on the weekly chart on the higher time frames. So let's drop down to the daily and do the same exact thing. Daily, we're looking for the most recent push-up move, which will be this level here. Price retraced it down and then started to push up again. And this is from what level? Looks like 190.575. Then we're going to label this a daily support level, because this is where the buyers started to come in on the daily time frame, and it's actually a little bit above. So it looks like 590. And let's see if there's a level area and look at the bank level right here. So let's just put a daily support right here at this bank level. Let's take those off. All right, cool. So all right, so we got a daily support, a daily nope, we're looking for a daily resistance at this point. Daily resistance is going to come from up here. This is where the sellers came in on the daily chart. And we can just put this at 193.050, make this a daily resistance. This is the most recent. See, we got a sell candle here, red candle. And although we didn't necessarily make a 75 daily resistance at 193.75. And although we didn't get a significant significant push from this level, it is something to be aware about, because this is where price basically slowed down at. The buyers was in, and then when the price opened, price pushed up and then came pretty much right back down. So, but we know that price is kind of heading towards this weekly resistance level as well, which could also be a daily resistance. But anyway, from here, we have another daily resistance up here at this level. And let's see where the price opened at. Looks like 550, 195.550. Make a daily resistance. Because I'm trying to get on the open of these candles. More precise I am with my zones and my lines, that will be. So 1.5, I like these still a few pips off. So it looks like 6.7. Yep, 6.7, not 5.67, 5.67 is my daily resistance level. So essentially, you're going to be my TPs. You're going to be for buys. You're going to be my TP areas, right? Drop to 4 hour zone, and let's see if we can find any slow areas happening. Let's see if we find any bank levels. So 4 hours zone, let's say we have one right here. Or it looks like price is creating some type of support level. And let's make this a 4 hour zone. And you can see that price also gapped over the weekend. So we have a 4 hour zone here. These are pretty much all levels at this point. And we also have a 4 hour zone down here at 400. And it looks like above 400. So it's always small in, so I can make a more precise entry. Let's do like 420 is fine. 420. 189.420, and this is a 4 hour zone. Basically a slowdown area. And then from this point here, once we find all of our zones areas, let's also out our fib levels. So we have extension, retracement, extension. So extension, retracement, extension, retracement. We have an extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension, for retracement to get the extension, right? So we're knowing that this is what we're looking for. This is the most push from price. So me knowing that this is the most push on the 4 hour chart, this is where we get the most recent extension from. This is more than likely I want to try to grab my fib and see if I can line up anything using this on the 4 hour chart, because the 4 hour gives us the bigger trend moves. So the price is currently holding right now 50% retracement. Yep, this is the same that we were looking for last Friday that we caught. We have a make sure we do have a bank level here. We have a bank level here. This is also lines up with the 61 fib level. So let's put 61 fib level. And also a bank level here. And so the 61 fib is actually here. I just need to be aware there is bank level. So let's do, yeah. So it looks like the fib lines up perfectly here. Let's delete these bank levels and finish plotting our fibs. So we got a fib here. Yeah, 191.856. Looks like it's right on the fib level. Label this 51. So we got our 61.50. Basically, we're anticipating price to retrace, find support either at this 50, at the 61, and then continue up to give us a new high. So this is why we're targeting. We're going to be targeting these levels up here for this week. More than likely, this is going to be our first initial target right here. At this weekly resistance, the price is already resistance. You just need to be aware that this daily resistance, the price has already tested it and broke through. And now price is heading to this weekly resistance, which came best up under last week, which I was ended up in profit, because once I see the price that started to come in, I end up closing out the trades that we got, because times price will come in the zone. Price won't necessarily touch your entry. It'll come in the zone and then reverse. So you're knowing that you got to be aware that these levels are our zones. And on a 1 hour chart, it's looking even more cleaner. So first thing I want to do is let me go ahead and add alerts on all of my lines. So we have an alert here. We have an alert here. Well, price is already here. We have an alert here. Down here, we have an alert up here. And we have an alert up here. So make sure every line we're looking for some support. We're basically looking for price line support, one of these lines to catch the next high. So any one of these lines where price can possibly come and retest, find support, will hit up. Price does continue to fall, and below this, we'll go back to our fib levels and the next area of support, which is down here, the 78. Price push come here and off of the level. Because you got to remember that price is continuing. If price is continuing and respecting the uptrend, price is going to come find some type of support and continue up. Unless price comes and break this level, price comes and close below this level, then we can possibly look price to switch directions and continue very downtrend for price to get cheaper on the higher times. So as far as on the low frames, price is moving accordingly on the lower frame. So I know it looks like the lines, but every line's color coordinated. We're going to be looking at sales. If we take any type of sales, we'll be looking sales near our red lines, and then we're going to be looking buys near our green lines. Yellow lines when they're price us to watch price action. So if we don't get a nice clean entry down, we can potentially take trade up here once price breaks this 4 hour line. So 4 hours on and a bank level. So price these levels we could possibly look for price to continue to go up if we don't get an A+ entry somewhere down here. Because I like to usually get my entries after it retraces. So after price falls, then I like to usually get my entry. It's 9 o'clock. I don't really see anything here. One thing I am noticing though on the 2 hour is we have some rejection coming from there, right here, RP, percent retracement. So that is gearing for price to switch directions, continue to go up. So if it doesn't go below this area, and then we also get a doji cam here. Well, an hour, so 3 hour we get a doji cam. Notice how I'm going up and down these time frames, being the price action at these levels. So we go on the 4 hour. Look at how the 4 hour candle closes with all of the rejection coming same area. After we get the retracement, so we get the retracement on the 4 hour chart, and then we get the color change, which the candles from red to now green. Candles went from red down green, and now we are rejecting from this. So I think our first buy attempt could be here at. So first buy attempt could be here, and with a 20 pip stop loss, of course. But price kind of technically needs to be under this level. So with a, let's just say, yep, something around here would be a decent stop loss for this position here. If we decide to take a trade here, stop loss. And if price is not ready to continue to buy, let's say we take this trade, lose this trade, we'll take another buy position from here with also a stop loss. If it doesn't want to buy again, we'll take a buy opportunity from down here. So all we're doing is basically trying to get price as cheap as possible. The moment as price keep coming down, we look for the lower price potentially buy off. And especially with these bank levels, so we have 51 to 61 here, right at this bank level, price comes and tap this level, your entry is here, right at the 61 fib, and actually the fib in general. I mean the bank level in general, which is 191.500. So entry is right here at 191.500, and we could take a 20 pip stop loss from here. And this was actually being entry at last week. So I anticipate to maybe continue to come back down. If price can come back down here at this level, which I can just make this a white line, 191.500. That's what I'll do. I'll make these lines white. Line and put bank level, because we want to be able to get in when the banks get in. So this is the bank level, and let's also make this a template. Save as bank level. That way every time now I come up with a bank level style, I'll know that this is a bank level, and I can also put an alert here. So analysis for this week, I'm basically still bullish. GJ, anticipating GJ to come out these highs here. So look for at least on this week chart for this level to get tested. The weekly recent at 193.821. So I'm looking for GJ to possibly come to this week level, and he's either going to break through it, or if it doesn't break through it, we'll get a reject from it, and we'll take the sales from up here as well. But price has been, I think price has now grabbed enough liquidity to break this level. And if it break this level, then we can for price to head up here. This is another weekly level at it's like 700 somewhere, and we get right yeah, so this is another weekly resistance. So who knows what can happen, what type of news comes this week that can really push the market, in a whole new direction. So let's put a weekly resistance up here. This will be our own TV, but I know a lot of stuff through. This is about 600 pips. I'm saying GA can't 600 pips, but it's like a hell of a news. A lot of stuff going on for price to get. As far as now, TP target for now is this weekly resistance here. So let me also write target. TAR target. This is this week's target here. Let me duplicate it and here. So now that we have that squared away, out the way, pretty much another this week. Orientation. Price has been basically bullish the last couple weeks. I'm anticipating continue in the same direction. It's going up. Retracing, the price is getting as long as it doesn't close below this level, this day level here, is 19.500 basically. If it doesn't close below this level, they're looking for buys all the way up. So basically my analysis for this week, if we have our latest interest, we have a fib here. These are the bank lows and buys that we're willing to get in from. It's also you 20 pips. And scroll small account. I'm looking to basically grow a $500 account to maybe $300 if I capitalize on lose. So and I'm actually looking like I'm about to get to enter. The price comes back into this level, 191. This looks like 19. Yep, right here is 192. Price comes and starts to trade over 192, and I'll be on the trade with 20 pips. 60 pips is TP1, 70 pips TP2, 80 is TP3, and then TP4 and 5 be up here. So this will be TP4 at 183 pips, and then wherever T right here, that's TP4, and TP5 is right here. Just 27%, because on this fib level, it's basically telling you that this is the key for this level. And we'll just do an even 194.800, so it's just TP5. TP5. So we have our TPs. That is it. So let's get at this week. Like I said, let's continue to watch price action. I would like to catch GJ somewhere down. I'm still early. It's just 9 o'clock. So we price a potential move. Especially the price action is closing. So we see it on the 4-hour, and we see there's another G happening on the 4-hour. Price is still deciding what to get one to do. Going a lot of rejection from the area, which means that there may be a lot of buyers sitting down here, which is why we're going to get ready to buy. And we already nice decent return. So let's try to just get the best possible entry, and watch how price starts to the candles. So it's don't play Trent. I appreciate you guys for watching your boy today. We're gonna try to do Sunday review pretty much each and every week, and I'm gonna be monitoring GJ all week as well. So if you guys are not in the little account chat, please join the chat. We're basically going to be capitalizing and starting and growing our little account. So until next time, it is Don't Play Trent. Checking out. I am about to enter this particular